All right, everybody. We are going to get started. We'll take a look at the screen. So today the player challenge is going to be a little bit different. If any of you have been able to hop on to any of our technical stuff or the technical and fitness stuff, that all will be different than what we're doing tonight. Tonight's going to be more centered around thinking soccer. So make sure you've got something to write with and something to write on. And then once you're ready to roll, if you could find the chat, yes, Mr. Tickner, we've got you here. That'd be great if everybody could follow suit and stop in the chat, unmute yourself and say hello. And then while you're doing that, could you make sure that your name in Zoom matches your name? And nice to see so many faces. If you are comfortable to turn your camera on, that's great. We can interact. If not, no problem. Choose whatever is comfortable for you, but always happy to see all of your faces. All right. All right, here we go. All right, everybody. Well, I am Delaney, and Coach Matt is on here as well, and we will be running these player challenges. And like I said before, they are going to be different than probably a lot of the things you've potentially already done online doing digital or virtual soccer. So we're pretty excited about that, and thanks for coming. Really excited about you being here, and I would challenge everybody to Mason's video is not working. No problem, Mace. If you can get it to work, that'll be great.
No, I mean, I can, it's, yeah.
The more you participate and the more you push yourself out of your comfort zone, the more fun this will be. All right. So first things first, on your sheet of paper, you can either fold it in half and then fold it in half again. So hot dog style and hamburger style. So you've got 4 sections on the page, or you can just draw a line through it. So your paper, you're going to want it to look something like this. If you've got your paper filled out, you can either give me a thumbs up emoji, send in the chat that you're done, and then we'll move on. So one section is what did I see? One section is what is the goal? What do I need to know? And then how would I solve the problem? Those should be the 4 areas. All right, sweet. Thanks, Landon. Let's see. All right, good to go? Okay, if at any point I move too fast or we need to watch something again tonight, feel free to ask for that or hop in and see if we can watch it again. No problem there. So what we are going to do, and this, like I said, we're going to be watching some videos. So really what we're going to be working through is problem solving within a game. And we're actually going to watch a short clip of some of our Salvo soccer kids playing a game. Doing that, we're going to think about soccer, use what you already know to solve problems, and then hopefully learn some new stuff to be able to solve problems better in the future. And of course, we always want to have some fun. And like I said, the more you guys are willing to participate and push yourself out of your comfort zone, the better. The rules for tonight, there are no right or wrong ideas. Contributing is what's important. Having an idea and being able to talk through what led you to that idea is what we hope for. So all that we ask is that you guys try your best, respect each other's ideas, and then we're using the video of our Salvo kids to watch in real time. But we've got to remember, as we're watching them and we're talking about all the things that could have been different or what I would have done in this and this, within a soccer game, you make decisions in a little bit of time. So we're going to take a little tiny moment and talk for a long time in pretty good detail about it. So we know that it's different than reality. Reality in a game, a little bit of time, and now being able to watch it online and work together through it that way, we get to have a lot of time to think through what could have happened, what should have happened, all of that stuff. So our layout for today, we're going to do a fun little warm up. We'll go through all of the steps. There'll be ways for you guys to share in the chat or in just by unmuting yourself. All of that's good. You can chat to everybody, or you could chat to me or Coach Matt. In the chat, he's Matt DE. You can chat him privately as well if you've got any questions. So make sure you've got your paper ready, and we are going to get going. So first things first, I'll make sure I've got my volume up for everybody, and we will get going.
Care's new formula, enriched with 1/4 moisturizers with natural oil, leaves underarms feeling healthy and protected, and you more confident and care.
That's not it, of course. Don't worry, this is not the warm-up.
This is a selective attention test.
Anybody got it? How many were there? All right, Charlie's got a 14. If you don't know, that's all right. Got 32, all of them. Okay, 13, 14. All right. All right, now let's see if you guys noticed anything different. Actually, before we go in, did anybody notice anything else going on in the video outside of the cards? Any observations? All right, take a look. There you go. Did anybody catch any of those extra 7 differences that happened in the back? It's kind of crazy, right? Just by focusing on one thing, we got really fixated, and it was hard to see anything else going around. And that can be really similar to what happens within a soccer game, because we often are watching what part of a soccer game?
The ball.
Yeah, we're usually watching the ball, and then there's so many other things going on, so many other decisions to be making. The ball, or that's it. Yeah, thanks, Tucker. Okay, we are going. Oh, we did have one that saw the person go missing. Very good. Very good. Okay. All right, so again, everybody grab that paper that you've got. Grab your paper, grab your pencil, pen, whatever you've got to write on. Okay. And now we are going to look at the what did I see section, okay? So in the what did I see section, I'll show this clip 2 times, and then we'll go to the next screen because I've got another way for us to watch it that might be a little bit easier. Okay. We're watching the team in the orange today. Okay. So when you're thinking about what did I see, it's what types of observations. So every detail that you see, and you want to be very factual. Okay. So the facts that you see. So we'll watch it this way. Okay. It'll be another way. We'll watch this a couple times. Okay. And the moment that we're really talking about, what did you see, is that moment where it ends. Okay. All of the different things that you see. One more time. All right. So now head to the chat. Everybody type one thing that you saw. All right. Okay, they all spread out, orange spread out. Lots of ideas about spreading out and getting wide. Okay. All right, this is awesome. I really like how many of you are throwing your ideas in here. That's great. And let's, actually, we'll go back. Let's go watch it one more time. Okay. Who can tell me if I draw a line? We can even draw it here, straight down the field. Okay, pretend there's a line there. And maybe there's even another line right here at the edge of the box. What would we call this area where my mouse is? Anybody have
The
any
wide
idea?
area.
Yeah, the wide area.
Space.
Yeah, definitely there's open space, but we would call this the wide area of the field or the wide channel. So what would this space over here be?
Another wide area.
Yeah, another wide area. What would that make this?
Middle.
Middle? Yeah.
Area.
Who's got that?
Covered.
Yeah, it's not as open, right? And this is what we would call the middle or the central channel. Okay, so we've got a central channel and we've got 2 wide channels. All right, everybody got that? Okay, so if that's how we're going to talk about the field, would anybody say that they have seen something different than what they might have already seen? If you do, go ahead and type it in the chat. Okay. Those are some good observations. They aren't wide until the middle of the video. Yeah. So Asher's now even tying in the timing of when these things are happening. And Tucker says that they weren't spread out, so they were all in a similar channel on the field. It's good. Yeah, Kate, good job. That situation might make it hard to do some things, especially like make a pass. All right. There you go. Thanks, Ava. All right, so now when you look at your section of paper, it's what is the goal? The orange team, remember, is the team that we're talking about today. So we want to think about in this area of the field that they were in, what is the team trying to do? Can anybody give me any ideas?
They're trying to get the ball down the outsides of the field.
Down the outsides of the field. Okay, so they might want to get the ball into a wide area, right? A wide channel to go which way? Towards their goal or towards the goal they want to score on?
The goal they want to score.
Mhm. And what do we call that direction in soccer?
Forward.
Yeah, they might want to get forward. What half of the field were they in? Did we have the ball?
They're
Headed
in
the defensive third.
Yeah, it was in our defensive third or in our defensive half. So if we think about the game we could just say defensive half or attacking half. We have the ball in the defensive half, so we want to move it where?
The attacking half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. So jot those things down and what is the goal? Because that's what the team is for sure trying to do, right? They're trying to get the ball from where they have it and they're trying to get it to go forward. So from one area of the field forward with keeping possession of the ball. Spot on. Good stuff. And now if we think about that one player that had the ball, what's that player specifically trying to do?
Get the ball away from their goal.
Get the ball away from their goal. Okay. And the one player is going to be this one here. Okay. This specific player, what's he trying to do? Yep. Get it away from their goal.
Possession.
Say that again, Landon.
To maintain possession.
Yeah. He wants to keep possession. Definitely wants to keep it away from his goal because he doesn't want to put his goalkeeper in a bad spot or put our team in a position to get scored on. So he wants to keep possession of the ball and get it away from their goal, which means he might want to make a pass which direction?
Forward. Forward.
Maybe he wants to go forward. What's another way?
Wide.
Yeah. Wide this way?
No.
Wide which way?
The
Left. Right.
Yeah.
Or left.
It'll be there, right? But yeah, over into this area where I've got my cursor, right? So that's what the player with the ball is trying to do. He's trying to keep possession of the ball and not put us in a dangerous situation and hopefully help us connect a pass so we can start to get forward. Good job. Good job, everybody. Okay, so you should have 2 sections filled out of your paper. Give me a thumbs up if you got your video on, if you got that going on. 2 sections. All right, sweet. Okay. Ideas to help. All right now we're talking about the orange team. Are they attacking or defending?
defending.
Defending.
Okay. How do you know when you think about your team playing, when your team is attacking, what has to be happening in the game?
Generally, you're on the other team's half.
Okay. You could be in the other team's half. Could you be attacking and
the ball.
Ooh, Landon, you have to have the ball. So you definitely have to have the ball to be attacking. That's a have to. Do you have to be in the attacking half? What do you think?
No.
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 No. So you could be in the defending half and be attacking. So now what do you think? Is the orange team attacking or defending?
Attacking.
Yeah, because they have our ball. They have the ball. They have possession of the ball, but they are in our half. So that makes it a little bit trickier. So they're attacking. And we talked about this. What's the area of the field again?
The
Defending.
central area.
Defending half. Yeah, and it's in a central area. Good job. Riley, good stuff. And then where do they want to go?
Up the field.
Forward.
Forward.
And what if we want to make it even more specific? Forward to where?
They're
To
attacking.
the other team's goal.
The other team's goal.
The attacking third.
Yeah, so they want to get, if we're in our defensive half, we want to get into our attacking half. Maybe if we even talk about it even more specific, if we have the ball in our defensive third, we want to move the ball into our middle third. right? So we're working forward to go towards, yeah, forward towards the opponent's goal. Tucker, good stuff. So we talked about this. We did talk about what the goal is already. Okay, so the goal is, who can remind us?
Move it out of
Get
the
the ball
attack-
into their attacking half.
out of their
Move
goal.
it into maintain possession.
Score.
Yep. Maintain possession to get the ball from where it is, which is in the defensive half or in the defensive third, and move forward into the middle third or into the attacking half. But we have to keep the ball in order to do that. Okay, good job. Everybody, good job. So now if we know what the goal is, what do you think the problem is? So when we think about the problem, it's going to be related to the goal.
They're near their own goal.
They're near their own goal. And the problem is something that needs to be solved. So what
They
needs,
didn't get into open space.
that's something that didn't happen. So what do they need to do?
Get it off the
Get
field.
wide.
Pass.
Okay, what do you got?
They
Is this,
should get wide for options.
okay, so we need, that's really good. Let's see. Let's go back to the video right here. Okay, we think about the problem, talking about ways right now that we could solve the problem with what they should do. That problem just showed us what?
They're all
A
running
lot of them
away
are
when
covered.
they need to check too.
There's a lot of things going on, but
Pretty
we
much everyone's
know,
covered.
yeah, there's lots of things happening here. You guys are doing a good job, but we need to be able to solve the problem of how do we get from here to up here. So the problem is going to come down to how are we going to execute the ball from being back here in the picture that we have to then moving forward. Okay, so I'll jump back ahead to where we were. All right, so note in the what do I need to know? Okay, so now we know what the problem is, how we get the ball from where it is with the picture that we have to where we want it to go, right? That's the problem. We need to solve that. So what things about the picture that we saw do you need to know to solve that problem? What things will help? So what I want you to do, I'm going to start this timer. And you guys have that much time to write down. It'll be 1 minute. You can write down as many things you can think of in that section on your paper, and then we'll share after. So you've got a good minute to brainstorm. All right. Okay. So let me do this real quick. I'm going to bring us to another screen that we can look at to help. And all right, there it is. Here. All right, who can share what they think? I'm gonna give us another way to look at the picture. So you guys should all see this little screen of the soccer field with these triangles and circles. Can you see that? Yeah, okay. Who can give us some ideas of things you need to know? So I had on there that space is one of them. Who can tell us what space means?
Getting open.
Okay, what else?
Moving to where you could get the ball.
Okay, so players without the ball can find space by getting open or moving to a space that you could get the ball. What's another aspect of space?
Where to know where the open space is.
Yeah, just where in general, where is the open space? Very good. What about space for this person? What does space for this person mean?
How much time?
What do you mean?
How?
Well,
Not with
if
that
he's
question.
under pressure, then if he's
Yeah.
under pressure, then he is gonna try to do some move to get around the person to find it. But if he had an option right away, it would be easy to just move it down the field.
Yeah. Who tells us? Who tells us if this guy's under pressure?
His teammates?
Okay, his teammates can verbally tell him. How about what can we
Oh.
see that tells us if he's under
There are
pressure?
2 people on him.
Yeah, if this guy, which way was this guy moving? Who remembers?
Toward him?
Towards the goalie. Towards
Towards the ball.
towards where
He's moving towards the ball. So is he getting under high pressure or no?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's getting under pressure. And I think it was Aiden just said he could do a move to get around him. In this area of the field, is this a risky area to take a player on 1v1?
yeah.
Why?
Because if you lose
right
the
in
ball,
front of
it's
the
a
ball,
ball,
then it's a one.
because it's close to the other.
Lots of good ideas. Lots of good ideas. Who can let's see. Who's got Asher, go ahead.
Because they're right in front of the goal, and if you mess up, they could take the ball and dribble up and shoot and score.
Yeah, so we're in an area of the field that could be really dangerous because if we make a little mistake, that risk is really, really high, right? Really high because it's really close to our goal. Good stuff. Okay, so we understand space. Space has to do with the area on the field, right? Space to move into if you don't have the ball, space to move into if you do have the ball, and the type of pressure your teammates under. Very good. Anybody else have any other things that are need to knows? Do you have anything else on your list in that section on your paper? How
They
about-
need to make creative plays and find new space.
Okay. So that's definitely a way that they could solve it. And who was that just said that?
Me,
Who's me?
Ava.
Ava, I want you to hold that for a second and I'm going to ask you to come back and say that again, okay? Okay. What do we call these things here?
Sideline.
Sideline, what's this?
The middle half.
Half line? What's this?
Baseline.
End line.
End line.
What's this area?
Goal box.
Goal box.
The box. And so all of those lines give us different markers for where we're at in the field, right? And we talked about this area being a risky area to maybe take a high risk area versus if we're by our goal trying to score, do you want to take a player on 1v1?
No.
Not if we're by our goal. If we're by their goal trying to score, do you want to?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. Absolutely. Okay. So now with that, let me bounce back to the presentation. We're going to come back to that. We're going to come back to that slide or that picture. All right. Here are some other ones. Let me find you guys. Okay, right here. Did you guys think about any of these questions? In the need to know information. Is it important if our team has the ball or not?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, because they could get on the other side of the field.
Yeah. And do we act different if our team has the ball or if our team doesn't have the ball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if we have to act different, that means the way we solve our problem will probably be different. And then the space you guys did a great job talking about this. If the space is big or small, open or closed, pressure or no pressure, where on the field this was. Did anybody notice how many teammates we had in that picture?
There was 3 defenders.
3 defenders. How many attackers?
5?
I
Okay.
think 4 or 5. I think 4.
Okay. Jot that down. Jot that down. If you're not sure, jot it down because we're going to go back to the picture. And we saw 3 opponents. Very good. What channel were we in? The wide channel or a central channel? How about this?
Central.
What direction was the player with the ball facing?
Forward.
What direction were his teammates moving?
Forward.
Okay, so all of these things, little teeny tiny details, are all really, really important for how we think about the game. And remember, we're talking about this now in a really big, long way. When in the game, do you have a lot of time or a little bit of time to make these decisions?
A little bit.
Yeah,
Little
good. So it all has to happen really, really fast. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to that picture and I want some volunteers and let's see if we have some ideas of how we could solve the problem. And I'll move our pieces around as we do it. So if you've got ideas, remember, no right or wrong answers. This is all about being willing to put your ideas out there and talk them through. Okay. So would anybody like to give it a shot of how we can solve the problem, how we can execute what we want to do? Go ahead, Asher.
So you take the bottom left triangle and you
Mhm.
move him more left, like wider, and then closer to the one with the ball. So it's an easier pass. So he can actually pass it instead of passing through a defender. He can just pass it straight to him.
Okay.
Same with the other side. The closest one of the goalie, wider.
You want this guy to go wider?
Yeah. Wider, and then you move one of the center ones forward.
Okay. Like this?
So yeah, so if 4 gives it to the 7,
Mhm.
the 7 can dribble somewhat far and get down to there and pass it to the 9 and center, and they can score.
Okay, so that's one way. So we could open up to create a passing option and get going. All right, thanks, Asher. Does anybody have another idea? What about Ava? Where are you at, Ava?
Here.
Okay, can you give us a way that you might solve this problem?
You could move the guy right next to the goalie, like wider.
This guy with the ball?
No, the other one. On the other side.
Him?
hmm And then move the person next to the 7 in between, like the split.
Okay, in here.
No, in between the 2 oranges. Yeah. And then you could move the 7 wider. And then the 8 would go up more.
Up more. Okay. Very good. And then what would happen with the ball when all of this moving happened?
They would have more space.
More space? What do you think? Give us a way that we could get the ball from where it is to up here into the attacking half.
You could give it to the 10, and then he would give it to either the 8 or the 7.
The 8 or the 7. If we give it to the 10, do we want the 7 to stay right here?
No, move up more.
Move up more. Why?
So then he has room. So then he has space to dribble.
Yeah. Or this guy's important too, right?
Yeah.
If he's stuck here, is he a passing option? No, he's got to
No.
be either in a space or moving to a space where the ball can see his feet, right? Very good. All right. Is there any other volunteers for a way that we could solve this? Any other-
Well, I got one.
Who is I got one? Landon?
Me. So you could once 4 has the ball, you could pass it back to the goalie, and then you could get 6 out wide, and then yeah, you can just get a lot of space, and then 7 and 8 can make runs forward. Yeah.
And get going forward. So now we can get the ball out by going to the goalkeeper and then get to the other side really fast where there's less pressure. Is that your idea?
Yes. Yeah.
Because there's not as much who in this area.
Yes.
Not as much of these orange people, right?
No.
Well, of the circles. Can somebody tell me what would be really important if we played this ball here?
For the 6 to come down and give us a fourth option.
Okay, so the 6 could maybe come here, maybe the 8 pops out, 10, but what's really important about this pass? Pew. What happens if it's teeny
You
tiny?
probably have to get rid
lower?
of it fast before the defender's pressure.
So the goalkeeper has to get rid of it before the defender can try and get the ball from them. What's the job of the 4 when they make this pass to the 1?
Pass wide.
Get
like,
wide and support them.
They
Don't
have
pass
to
it.
support them after. What about the pass itself? What's important about the ball?
It needs to
It
be a
has to
good
be
pass.
strong enough to make it to them.
It needs to be a good pass so it can make it to them. What does a good pass
Well,
look
it
like?
gotta, 4 has to like
On the
not
ground.
goal.
Ground, so we can
Like-
help them go the other way because we want them to be able to get out this side, right?
At a good pace.
Also, can't
Yeah.
be too hard so it won't go in the goal.
No, not.
Yeah, it can't be in the goal. It wants to be out of the frame of the goal for sure. But we can't put our goalie in a bad situation. But lots of good
And
ideas.
maybe like play it in front of him so then he could just do a one touch to somebody who's open.
Yeah, very good. There are a lot of ideas. So when we first started, this is what the picture looked like, right? Right now is the 7 an option,
No.
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 but if now the 7's an option, right?
Yeah.
And what might that do to this guy?
You might follow him.
He might follow him. And if he follows him, now where did he open up space?
The middle.
Yeah, or even in this wide area for players to get higher. Very good. Very, very good. Great stuff. Thank you all very much for sharing. That was awesome. All right, I'm going to bump back to our PowerPoint. Okay, once I find all of your happy faces again. Sometimes you guys disappear on Zoom a little bit. Here we go. So now we are back. Everybody give me a thumbs up if you can see this PowerPoint. Sweet. Okay.
Thumbs up.
So now go back to the chat. Can you jot down one thing you missed or did not see? So when we think about all of those details about where we were on the field, which direction players were running, how many opponents there were, how many teammates there were, all of those things. Think about one thing you didn't see the first time that would have helped you if you saw it the first time. Think of how to solve this problem. How many opponents, spacing, very good. Yeah. Yeah, Fritz, you got it. Number of teammates. Good stuff. So there are a lot of details. And this was just like a 4-second little video of a game. And games are a lot longer than 4 seconds, aren't they? Okay. Good job. All right. So now I'll show you this. This is just what happened. And remember, we were all able to talk about this in a really big, long way of all the good ideas that we could have together. And they had to decide this in a split second. There you go. So what did you notice? You want to see it one more
We
time?
tried to do the
The other
split.
team got the ball,
Yeah, we tried to do the split, but then
but they
when-
got it.
They tried to do a layoff to the defender who was running up, but then the other guy was in front of him.
yeah. And so that tells us that in this area of the field where we're closer to our goal, we need to be moving a bit quicker, right? Because this guy, when he gets the ball, hopefully we can get somebody out here next time to help him out. Everybody see that?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, now here we go. Did anybody notice anything about this presentation? Okay, so specifically the PowerPoint, did you see anything? Okay, think about it, think about it. Okay. All right. And notice anything in the PowerPoint itself, meaning did anybody see any words in this PowerPoint that were randomly scattered throughout the presentation? Did you see that? No? Anybody see this word, holiday? Soccer was in there.
I
Cheer.
saw soccer.
You saw it? Nice, Riley. What about this?
I saw cheer. I saw the background color change.
Yeah, I saw it change, but I didn't really acknowledge it.
Yeah, you didn't.
I saw cheer.
Good. So you saw some of these things in the background color change. Did anybody notice that there was a snowflake that replaced the Nike in the bottom corner?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
saw that.
might have saw it, but
I saw all of them.
Saw all of them. Whoa. You're on fire when it comes to these observations. Yeah, so that is just another way, because there's so many different pieces to pay attention to within a soccer game. Like we talked about, that was just 4 seconds. And for a 4-second video clip, we just talked about that for 45 minutes. It's a long time, isn't it? And what's the unique part about soccer is we have a whole bunch of players on the field trying to solve problems the same way, don't we? So it's pretty good stuff. But I'll do this. Go back here. Does anybody have any questions or any other thoughts before we close up shop for today? No? All right. Matt, do you have anything?
No, not really. Just congrats all of you guys. You have really great ideas. You do really a great job, and yeah, really like your thoughts about soccer. So congrats again to all of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Okay, we will do these types of player challenges more in the future. So hopefully we'll be able to make them a little more interactive and let you guys work together and have some fun. There we go. Wyatt with his cool thumbs up tricks. Got it. All right. Good job today. Air 5 to all of you. It was nice to see you. Thanks for coming to hang out. And we'll see you
Bye.
next
Thank
week.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Yeah.